I hate to break it to you, Mexicans aren't taking your jobs. Robots are. More and more jobs are being automated. Think about it. When was the last time you went into a Walmart or a grocery store that didn't have 5 or more self-checkout lanes? When was the last time you went to a McDonald's that didn't have a self-order kiosk? When was the last time you called customer service for really anything and they didn't either A, reference you to their website, or B, try to solve your problem using their automated customer service? Anyway, back to the topic. More and more cars are becoming self-driving. Combined with the increase in electrical manufacturing, oil demands will likely plummet, and your friendly? Yeah, we'll go with friendly. Your friendly Uber driver will be replaced with a less friendly, albeit probably not as creepy, automated car. Truck drivers could also be on the chopping block. Think about it. Why would, say, Jeff Bezos want to pay a person that could easily fall asleep behind the wheel and cause a public relations nightmare to deliver that important package when a self-driving semi running on electricity would do just as good a job for the cost of maintenance?
That bit that I just played. Let's talk for a minute about how poofy those sideburns were, by the way. That bit that I just played just now was from 3 years ago. 3 years ago today. And it's almost like I'm fucking Nostradamus or something. Anyway, there's a reason I played that, and I'll get into it right now. This is Tech Talk, part of the Closing Tag Network. And I play that because Amazon. That lovely bald-headed bastard, Jeff Bezos, is proving me right. If only he'd actually had paid me more. In recent weeks, Amazon, this was from back in October 2023, by the way, and this is only now starting to gain national attention based solely on the fact that now more unions are starting to speak out against it. But in recent weeks, Amazon announced that its warehouses are starting to adopt new robotic arms and sorting machines fueled by artificial intelligence, starting with a fulfillment center in Houston. The retail giant says the new tech will help address safety issues for its workers, but its main objective is to boost productivity. Sorry, had to laugh. And shorten delivery times even further. Amazon claims its new robotic system can cut order fulfillment time by up to 25% and sort new inventory up to 75% more quickly. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. You keep telling yourself that. Now, I'll tell you exactly why Bezos is going with robotics. It's twofold. One, robotics maintenance costs less per hour for an entire floor of robots doing the job of humans than it would to just keep the humans. And I'll get back into the human aspect of it here in a bit, but cost is a big thing. The second thing is, again, the human aspect. You don't have to have robots go into the bathroom every 2 or 3 hours. You don't need to pay robots to take a lunch break. You don't have to worry about overworking robots by limiting them to 12 hours a day. And on top of all of that, you have to take into account employee turnover. Amazon is notorious for turnover. I once was part of a group of employees, and the group was about 120, 130 people that were just hired on. And by the end of the second day, we weren't even a full week in. By the end of the second day, that group of 120 was dwindled down to 30. 30 out of 120. The introduction of robotics technology into warehouse operations, a shift mirrored by competitors like Walmart, is hardly new for Amazon, which has strived for years to create robotic arms on par with its human workers. But the latest development raises questions about the degree to which automation will impact and eventually supplant the hundreds of thousands of workers that keep Amazon's warehouses running. I will tell you exactly what Jeff Bezos and Amazon, their goal is with this new venture into automation. They don't want to just supplant or complement the human workers. They want to replace human workers. Keep in mind, the only reason Amazon even agreed to increase their wages to minimum $15 an hour was because Bernie Sanders gave them a scolding, a very vicious verbal scolding at that. That is literally the only reason. And I'm sure they were looking at, federal fines and whatnot. Now, I could go on, but I think we pretty much got the gist of it. So, for those that don't know, for those that may not be privy to or aware of what all goes on at an Amazon warehouse. So, say an order comes in to a fulfillment center through Amazon.com or whatnot. That order comes in and is then placed on a system. The managers of each department then see that order and begin the process of ordering. So say, for instance, I were to order this coaster, a pretty simple coaster, but let's say there's like a pack of 4 or something. So I ordered the coaster. The coaster goes into the system, or the pack of coasters goes in the system. And then they have to locate the coaster, and that typically involves keeping a recorded electronic inventory of everything that's currently on stock in every warehouse throughout the entire US. That's a lot of warehouses, by the way. They then locate the coaster, they go to that fulfillment center and say, okay, we need this set of coasters and we need it by XYZ. Let's just say, for instance, they need it within 3 days. Okay, cool. So they take the coaster from the shelf and they place it in one of the bins. that bin is then put in a priority pile and sent to the stow unit. The stow unit is the ones that take the items out of the bins, put them in the big, gigantic, robotic pods. And then those big, gigantic robotic pods go from stow to a department called ICQA. ICQA then confirms that the items that are in that pod are what they say they are. So if there's like an item that's in pod 2D that's not supposed to be there, it is ICQA's job to notify and say, hey, this item does not belong here. Or if there's an item that's supposed to be in 3F and it's not there, ICQA is supposed to notify, hey, this item that's supposed to be in 3F is not here. What's going on? One of two things probably happened. Either A, it was put in the wrong bin or the wrong pocket or whatever it's called, or it fell out in transit and is somewhere on the AR floor. Then pick comes around and picks the item from the pod to place in a bin to go to shipping. Shipping then takes the items out of the bin, separates them by order. So say for instance, I have 3 items in the order. I have the pack of coasters, I have an external hard drive, and I have like a commemorative coin or something. They are supposed to take those 3 items, put them in a pile labeled Raul Smith, and then they then pack that in with as much bubble packing as you could possibly imagine in a box, wrap it, seal it, label it, off it goes. All that happens at an Amazon warehouse. Now, there's other stuff that goes on at an Amazon warehouse involving the delivery trucks and this, that, and the other that I am not privy to because I do not have personal firsthand experience in those things. But that's how it goes. Now, my mindset when I first heard about the AR robots is, oh, that's pretty cool. They just have those little things rolling around from station to station to make sure that they get as much stuff in as possible. But between that and the employee turnover, it actually makes business sense for a company like Amazon to remove the human factor. I said this back in 2000 when I was still working at Amazon. We're in 2024 and we're now seeing the results. Amazon is notorious for wanting to cut corners, for wanting to cut costs wherever they can. I do not trust Jeff Bezos with this new toy without him saying, you know what? We don't need humans anymore. Let's just get rid of them altogether. And this is the same thing I've been saying for 3 fucking years. We need a system, a financial, economic system that's viable, that's sustainable, that can withstand greedy billionaires wanting to do things a certain way and not paying humans. We need an economic system like either a universal basic income or full on socialism or something, because something is coming. I've been saying it for 3 years. Change is coming. That is why I played that clip just a little while ago. Anybody that didn't see this coming either didn't want to see it coming or is completely ignorant or oblivious to how these rich people think. And if you don't think for 1 second that the Jeff Bezoses and the Elon Musks and the Warren Buffetts and the Richard Bransons and all these billionaires would much rather watch you die as long as their pockets are still full rather than pay you, I have got some amazing deals on beachfront property in Kansas that I'd love to chat with you about in the comments section. But yeah, I've seen this coming a long time ago, and this does not surprise me at all. Nothing about these billionaires and them wanting to hoard as much money and as much power as they humanly possibly can. None of it surprises me anymore. The only thing that surprises me is the amount of people that still believe in trickle-down economics. Trickle-down economics is how we got into this clusterfuck of a mess to begin with. The only that works is democratic socialism. The only thing that is going to keep millions of people from starving to death, literally starving to death, is instituting a universal basic income and allowing people the freedom to work for more if they want more. I know I keep coming on here and keep saying I'm right, but I'm sorry. I can't help it if billionaires keep proving me right. And until the day comes that they stop, guess what? I'm going to keep doing it. So, all that said, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. So, since that was a good 18 minutes, we'll stop it there. If you are listening to this on Spotify, leave a review. If you're watching this on Facebook, like, share, and comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. That way, when you are notified or when a new video drops, you are notified. I will be back with you probably either tomorrow or Friday. Don't know when yet. But until next time, remember to include your closing tax. Thanks.